Good morning, and welcome to Stacy's Closet. Hi. If you are here, that means you're here on purpose, which means you have purpose. Now, we're going to get straight into it. Again, I say good morning to everyone. I love you all. Mwah. Good morning. So this morning, I just want to show you, I have on a very simple dress. It's like different color blues. A navy blue is what I'm pulling out. So in the process of pulling out the navy blue, I have my navy blue boots. As you can see, this is what the shoes I'm going to be wearing. And of course, I got some fancy tights, y'all. Fancy tights. Now, the dress came from Cato's. The boots came from Amazon. You know my favorite place, Amazon.com. And the necklace set also came from Amazon.com. And if you can see it, oh, it's absolutely beautiful. It's navy. It came with the necklace and the earrings. And again, the dress was just a simple find from Cato's. And the tights are from Walmart. So, and I'll put all of that in the description this morning, okay? So now let's get into it. Again, I say welcome to Stacy's Closet. Get your tea, because we about to go into some tea this morning, okay? We about to touch on some business this morning. I'm not calling no names, but we're going to be in there. Now, this actual episode this week is actually dedicated to one woman in particular. I'm not going to call her name, but I want to tell her, thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you for giving me this topic. So we're going to be talking about cheating. Now, you know, we've talked about that a multitude of times, right? But someone asked this young lady a particular question about staying with a cheater. And basically they wanted to know, like, you mean you're going to end your relationship after so many years because he cheated? Well, I just want you to understand. So, so she also asked about, you know, because back in the day, older women stayed and they, you know, they worked through it. And I mean, because that's just how men are. The devil is a liar. That is not just how men are. A man make mistakes, right? And he can ask for forgiveness for those mistakes. And guess what? When you forgive someone, doesn't mean that you have to have a relationship with that person, right? But you can, and that doesn't mean that you're holding a grudge, doesn't mean that you're still angry. You have forgiven them. However, you don't have to be in their space. You don't have to forgive them to the point to where you're just going to stay in that foolishness, okay? If you choose to stay with the person that cheated on you, that is your choice. That's a choice. And let me just tell you, old women didn't put up with it either. I know some old women that shot off a man's Johnson for cheating. So again, old women didn't put up with it either. I know women that would have beat him all upside his head. Old women didn't put up with it either. Now, again, if you choose to stay, that's your choice. And I want to make, so somebody said something the other day that was very powerful to me. And I heard it and it hit me. When we wake up, we have two things, a chance and a choice. So what you do with the chance that God gives you for today is your choice. You choose what to do with that chance. Now, if you choose to go out here and defile the marriage, because that's what it said, you defile the marriage. And anything that is defiled is dirty, it's nasty, it's stink, and all of that. Let me ask you a question. If somebody has pooped in the bed, you just gonna climb in there, you ain't gonna clean it up, you just gonna get in there and lay in it? No. So don't ask somebody else to lay in your mess. You defiled the bed. So don't ask nobody to lay in your mess. Now, if you decide that you want to get up and clean that mess up and clean that bed up and get it real good and clean, and then, they don't defile it again, let's hope that they don't have diarrhea, because in that situation, then we all have choices. We all have choices. If this was a one-time mistake, okay, I get it. However, that's me. Doesn't mean that the next woman is going to feel that way or the next man is going to feel that way. Because women, that's the other problem. Women cheat. I have myself been a cheater, but I've also been cheated on as well. So it happens sometimes. That's life, okay? It happens. We all make mistakes. However, the choice is yours whether or not you want to stay. I told y'all last week a bus come every 15 minutes. So if you decide that you want to stay with the defiled bus, right? That's your choice. You don't get on the next bus. But now if you decide that you don't want that mess in your bed, listen, do it. Move it out. I mean, let's be honest. You ain't getting ready to brush your teeth with a toothbrush that somebody else done used. Okay? I come in your house and I brush my teeth with your toothbrush. You gonna pick that back up again with no problem? You ain't gonna try to clean that up, or you ain't gonna throw that out to get you a new one? Come on now. Just because you love somebody, you better learn how to love yourself, okay? Listen, when they go out here and they do this cheating, understand something. They run the risk of bringing home the filth that they've been laying with. And this is what you want somebody to play Russian roulette. I'm going to stay with you, even though I know you're a cheater, right? I'm not in the bedroom when y'all doing what y'all doing. I don't know if you even using protection. So again, that's me playing Russian roulette, right? That's not fair to me. You out here and you doing your thing, but then you bring home the filth that you done laid down with. You know, old folks used to say you lay down with dogs, you come up with fleas, okay? You lay down with some of these folk, you come up with a casket, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Listen, and I knew a young lady who was married to this individual. That's all I'm gonna say. He was and you know, years together. They had been together about 20-25 years, right? She came home one day and there was a note on the door for the health department that she needed to contact them. She tells her husband that the health department had came by, and and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I took care of it. They were, it was just, they were talking about the dog, and, I took care of it. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. So the next day she goes to work. She tells a co-worker that the health department came by because of their dog. The co-worker said, that doesn't sound right. They wouldn't come by because not for a dog. Like, you need to call the number, right? So she said, you sure? I mean, I don't, So she convinced her to call the health department. When she called the health department, they informed her that someone she knew or had recently been sexually active with had tested positive for HIV, and she needed to go get tested. She immediately fell apart. The only person she had been with in the past 20-25 years was her husband. So she immediately fell apart. But she went, she got tested, and unfortunately, she had HIV. And just so y'all know, that was some years ago. So that was before they came out with all these wonderful medications that they have now. And so that was, years. That was back, that was at least probably about 20 years ago. So it was back when, you just didn't have, when people got it, they were, leaving up out of here. And so, she was devastated. What could she do? Me and her lost contact, so I don't know what happened, a follow-up or anything. The only thing that I do know is that he had, prior to them getting together, he had a drug addiction. And so apparently he had relapsed back into drugs and was out there doing his thing. And unfortunately, he contracted HIV and gave it to his wife. So again, when y'all say, just go back, all he did was cheat, but all he did was cheat could cost her life. Because guess what? We don't know what they have. You don't even know what the woman has. And then y'all kill me, men and women. Y'all will look at a man and be like, oh, he don't look sick. If they look sick, then nobody would have the virus, because we would know, oh, we ain't going to lay down with them. I know they got it. No, most of these people don't look sick until they're completely sick or knocking on death's door. And is that really what you want to wait for, until they're knocking at death's door? Like, you got choices. If you choose to stay, that's your choice. That is your choice. Now, if you choose to walk away, again, that's your choice. You know what's best for you. Again, that person did defile the bed. So he nastied up. He had a bowel movement in the bed. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, he defiled it. He made it stink. It's bad, right? Now, if this was just a one-time thing, again, it's your choice whether or not you want to forgive him and you want to work things out. That's your choice. But women, stop telling women, stay in that. You know, y'all women just leave your husband for anything. You better stay and fight. I shouldn't have to fight. I should not have to fight for my husband to keep his penis in his pants. You shouldn't have to fight for that. Stop. You should not be in competition for that. Men, you should not have to be trying to buying your wife. No, stop. You deserve better than that. Get somebody who will appreciate it. Get somebody that you are not competing. You are the only one that they are there for. Come on now. Stop. And foolish. Telling somebody, oh, you should stay after all those years. You just gonna walk away because he cheated? Sometimes the answer is absolutely. And for this young lady that gave me this topic, I want to say to you, you are absolutely beautiful on the inside and the out. You deserve someone who appreciates all of that, who knows what they have. They know your value. They know your worth. And they will stay faithful and loyal to that because they don't want to lose it. Now, again, if you choose to stay, that doesn't mean that you devalued yourself. No, it means that you sincerely believe this person made a mistake and you're willing to work through it. I mean, again, sometimes we as humans make mistakes, okay? Because we ain't perfect. We are not perfect. I know y'all would like to believe that your spouse is just this perfect person that would never do anything to hurt you. Unfortunately, we are human. And that's what happens. Now, if you choose to stay and you don't want to walk away from this thing and you want to fight for your marriage, fight for your marriage. You don't owe anybody an explanation. That's another one of the problems. Y'all need to quit telling folk, quit telling these people all your business. Yeah, he might have went out and did his dirt. Don't mean that you need to. Let me tell you something. A lot of times these girlfriends will make you panic. They'll make you walk away from something that you should have stayed and forgave for, okay? Because some of these people you getting advice from, or they telling you what to do. Don't have a man, can't keep a man, ain't had a man since they was in elementary school when the man didn't even know no better, okay? So, sometimes, you getting advice, and sometimes you can be getting advice from the enemy. Because, a lot of times, we be thinking, oh, this person is down for us, when in all actuality, this person is trying to get what you got. They feel like, they want to live in your house and they want all those things. I had another friend, she had a babysitter. The babysitter slept with her trifling husband, right? And then ended up having 2 babies by this man, okay? Somebody else's husband, yes, somebody else's husband. She had 2 babies by somebody else's husband. And you know why? Not because she wanted them. She wanted the woman's house. She said that he took good care of her, and she wanted that. So basically, she set out on a mission to take her husband. Now, everything ain't all that it looked like. Because guess what? She messed around and got over there with that and found out he wasn't gonna love her the same. He wasn't gonna do for her the same way he did for the other wife. You ain't that woman. And then you gotta understand, you ain't built like that woman. Okay, now, so guess what? Sometimes, we get in that mess and then you realize it's mess, okay? So again, and this particular woman, she chose to walk away. And rightfully so. I don't know, again, some people might be able to deal with this. Me personally, you go out and have a baby on me, Yeah, you probably shouldn't come back home. Now, I ain't saying I'm gonna do any harm to you. I'm just saying, don't come back home. Okay? You find out she pregnant. You might want to just slide a note up under the door and tell me. Or you might want to do like on Harlem Nights. Baby, I ain't never coming home. Okay, that guess what? Okay, we gonna do that thing. Listen. So again, but guess what? People felt like she should have stayed and worked things out with her husband. Really? Now he got to take money out of the house and pay child support for a child that he had while he was supposed to be faithful and loyal to his wife. Really? And she's supposed to just be like, oh, okay, it's okay. We're going to work through it. Now, again, if she would have chosen to do that, I would have supported whatever decision she makes, because guess what? It is not my marriage. It is not your place to tell somebody else what to do with their marriage. Some of y'all overstepping. Anybody ask for your opinion? It's not needed nor required. Get somewhere and sit down and get yourself together. Just because you've made it okay for that man to cheat on you, that's your choice. Again, you got up and you got two things, a choice and a chance. So you got up and you decided that I'm going to choose to be with this cheater. I'm going to choose to be with this liar, this deceiver. I'm going to choose to be with the very person that could actually kill me. Okay? Because again, every time he go out there, keep in mind now, every time he go out there, we don't know what he messing with. Because we don't know that. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all be acting like the side woman. I'm going to say the other woman. Y'all know I hate that side piece word, all that. I don't like that because I feel like it's a negative connotation with that when it comes to women or men. And I don't want to put down anybody. I'm not going to be negative towards anybody. So I don't really like that. So I'm going to say the other person is what I'll choose to say. Y'all think that the other person is being faithful to you. Come on now. So she's out here doing her thing with whoever. So when your husband or your wife going out there and they doing their thing with them, they don't know who they doing their thing with. So they bringing back all of that mess to your bed. Okay? And it's supposed to be okay? It's not. It's not okay. Now, if you, again, choose to forgive this person, understand that you can't keep bringing it up, though. You can't throw it up at them. If you chose to forgive, forgive. Let it go. If you chose to say, okay, I'm going to stay in this marriage, I'm going to work this thing out, then stay and work it out and shut up. Stop throwing dirt up in the man's face, trying to make him feel guilty and ashamed. Even a woman, if you choose to stay, men, that's your choice. Shut up. Don't be throwing that mess up in her face. And this is another thing that kills me. If you choose to stay with somebody who cheated on you, every time they move don't mean you need to know where they going and how they moving. If you don't trust them, you shouldn't have took them back. Okay? It's just that simple. You should not have taken them back, because what happens is you're going to drive a wedge in between you anyway, because every move they make you, and well, where you going? Who you going to be with? Where you at? Then you're blowing up their phone 1,000 times. If you could not forgive them and trust them that they would not do it again, you don't need to stay. Okay? Listen, you don't need to stay. Because that isn't for you. I'm just telling you, it's not. Because you're in an unhealthy relationship. Because every time they move, you thinking they're going to cheat on you. Unhealthy. Absolutely unhealthy. They could be going to the grocery store. You need to know what grocery store they're going to, what street they're going to, when they got there, and when they're coming back, how long it's going to take, what they're getting when they get there. All of that. Listen, no. Who you talked to when you was there? Anybody call you on the phone? Did you get a text message? Who was that on there? Who texting you? Who you talking to? What you getting pretty for? Like y'all do a million and one things. Like, are you for real? Stop. If you didn't trust them, you should not have taken them back. Again, you got a choice and a chance. So that means you have a chance to go out and meet someone else. Let this person go. If you can't trust, let them go. Let them go. Because guess what? You're going to drive a wedge between it anyway. Y'all are going to constantly be arguing. That's an unhealthy relationship, unhealthy environment. And can y'all please quit using this, I'm staying for the kids. You a liar. You're absolutely lying to yourself. You're lying. And I'm going to tell you why I say you're lying. You do more harm to the children if you're staying there and all y'all doing is argue, fussing, and fighting. And one of y'all running around here cheating every chance they get. Okay. How you staying for the kids? You're lying. You're lying. You're staying because you want to be there. You're hoping that this person won't leave you. You're hoping that this relationship or this marriage will work out. You're hoping that this person will get right and decide to choose you. That's what you're hoping for. So quit lying. You're not there for the kids. Y'all bickering and all that foolishness is unhealthy for them kids, and you know it. And if you're in a situation where you're sitting up here saying, oh, I'm staying for the kids, stop lying to yourself. You're doing more damage to the kids, okay? You're damaging them. They sitting around talking about all mom and daddy do is argue. So now they're going to go out here and find somebody that all they want to do is argue, fuss, and fight, okay? You making them unhealthy. Now they're going to go out here and get unhealthy relationships because of your foolishness. Stop saying that. You're hurting your children. You're not helping them. Again, you got a choice and a chance. So choose wisely. Use your chance to do better. Okay? Use your chance to be better. If you are the one that was the liar and the cheat, listen. Let go of the shame and the guilt. Let it go. You ask for forgiveness. Now forgive yourself. Forgive yourself enough to say, you know what? I forgive me. I am no longer going to hold myself in guilt and in shame. Every time you look at that person, you don't want to look at your spouse because you know what you've done to them. You've damaged them. You hurt them. So every time you see them, that's what you see. And now you feel guilt and shame about it. Let it go, sweetheart. Because that's unhealthy as well. That's an unhealthy relationship. And so what will end up happening is you'll end up leaving because you can't deal with the guilt and the shame that you're faced with every time you see this person. Let it go. If they said they forgive you, let it go. Work on being a better man or a woman. Let it go. Forgive yourself, okay? And move forward. Again, I'm going to say this again. If somebody tells you that you need to stay in something that is unhealthy for you, don't listen to that foolishness. Please don't. You are too beautiful. You are absolutely too beautiful to allow somebody to trample over you, to disrespect you in that manner. Let me just tell you this, and I want you to think about it, okay? And then I'm getting ready to end this, okay? But I want you to think about it. Would you allow someone to boo-boo on you, to leave feces on you? Would you allow someone to just lay filth on you? And the reason I ask that is, again, when they go out here and they're doing what they're doing, they're bringing back all this filth and dirt that they done had with this other person. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas, okay? So again, you don't want that feces all over you, right? So why would you continue to allow them to put that on you? Because some of these folk got diarrhea. They will continue. Many times you say, oh, okay, I forgive you. Guess what? That's as many times they're going to use the bathroom on you. You have a chance and a choice. Use both of them wisely. Okay? And again, this is Stacy's Closet. I'm getting ready to get off of here. I do want to tell you, I want you, of course, I'm in Gastonia, so I'm home. My favorite place is the city of David. That is my favorite place. Now I have to tell you though. So I don't know if you probably noticed a little bit. I'm a little under the weather. My back apparently is saying you don't really need to walk, right? You don't need to move. Okay. So I had to take something this morning for my back. So I'm a little down today, but I am going to, of course, I'm going to be watching My City of David on Facebook Live. It starts at 11. However, if you want to make a in-person visit, please go out to the City of David. It is 2500 Crescent Lane. Let me just tell you, when I say it, you will be blessed beyond measure. It is phenomenal. Now, if you're in Fayetteville, you know my other favorite place, my family, Shekinah Faith. And I think their service starts at 10. And they are off of Owen Drive. It's Goin Drive is what they're off, what the church is on. I mean, that's right up off of Owen Drive, okay? Y'all know where that's at. If you're in Fayetteville, you know you go past the hospital on Owen Drive, and then right before you get to the bridge, Goin Drive is right there. Make a right turn. Okay. Now, that's how you get there, okay? Y'all know I listen, because some of y'all might need a little directions. Shekinah Faith, okay? And my other favorite place, my home, away from home. Okay. And of course, I am, again, y'all listen, I am struggling with my weight. As you get older, it gets harder to lose weight and stuff. So, I am working. She is a phenomenal doctor. Again, she's mine. And it is at Logos Health. I'm telling you, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Working with me to get slim again, okay? Working with me. And just to get overall healthy. She's not just for weight. She's actually my doctor. So just making sure that I'm overall healthy and still good to go, because again, you not only want to be beautiful on the outside, you want to be beautiful on the inside. That means you got to also be healthy on the inside. So again, I thank her for keeping me healthy, again, keeping me beautiful on the inside so that I can show up on the outside, okay? Now, my other thing is, y'all know my other favorite thing right now is Social Racialism. Phenomenal book. I'm going to put all this information in the description. And before I go, again, I want y'all to reach out, look at her stuff. Find her on Facebook, Kimberly Mendoza. Find her on Facebook. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Listen, when I tell you this lady is phenomenal, she's a phenomenal seamstress. She does alterations. She makes listen. If you have an idea of something you want her to make, I'm telling you, she can do it. Listen, reach out, find her on Facebook, Kimberly Mendoza. Find her on Facebook. She makes earrings. She makes purses. Again, she does alterations. She, right now, she is actually going to be making me a jumpsuit, okay? Because again, she is phenomenal and I love her. I'm going to put all that information in the description as well. Again, I want to tell you, I love you. I love you. I do. And I'm going to give you a hug. Oh, and tell you again, I love you. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. And if nobody else tells you today, I want you to know you are beautiful. You are absolutely beautiful. You are phenomenal. You are wonderful and wonderfully made. Till next time, Stacy's Closet.